Welcome back to CrossfireX. I had absolutely no interest in coming back. However, recently, the developers have tweeted saying, "Greetings mercenaries. We have heard a lot of great comments and concerns over the past 12 hours. Player feedback is very important to us and we are working to address many of the issues. Please find our full post here. Thank you." And before we jump into that, if you're not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. All support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description. Now let's get into it. Starting this one off, they've released it, having all these microtransactions, having these packages you can purchase for real money, and the game is bare bones. You have, in the modern section of the game, you've got modern and classic. Classic is close to CSGO, modern close to Call of Duty. However, in these modes, there's another one coming soon. However, within modern, there are 2 game modes. There's supposed to be 3, but one of them's coming soon. And each of the 2 available have 1 map that you are able to play. So you go for point capture, you are stuck in a tower. That is the only map available. Releasing the game in this state after years and years of testing and just working on the game is unacceptable, whether you're playing it for free or not. Beta testers that tested the game 2 years ago have been popping up in comments every now and then saying nothing has changed in the last 2 years. So their post, I'll pop it up on screen right now. "Greetings mercenaries, we are thrilled for CrossfireX to finally be live and in your hands. You can't be that thrilled, you put bare minimum effort into your game. We heard a lot of great comments from players over the past 12 hours since we launched and would like to address them here. Player feedback is very important to us and we are committed to providing the best experience possible. Well, release your game with a little bit more. Release more than 2 game modes being played on 1 map each. Release your campaign for the Game Pass players as soon as the game is available. Those that have paid the money can play the campaigns, but those who are getting it free through Game Pass, no, we have to wait. It's broken, it's not working." And a little update on the last video, I tried scrolling down on the weapons and it didn't work. However, restarting the game, it now works. So it must have been some funny bug or something. But looking at the other weapons available in the game, you've got like a Gatling gun, you've got LMGs and shotguns and stuff. And yeah, there's not a single one of them that costs less than 2,000 GP. So for every new gun you want to unlock, you have to either play around 83 matches or just give them some extra fucking money. They carry on to say the following areas are currently being worked on. ADS with the Car 4, I pointed this out in my previous video. Sometimes the aim down sight goes in and out while shooting. This is a bug and will be fixed. You don't have a lot to code with this game compared to other bigger titles and you still cannot do it. One of your 3 starting weapons in the game can't ADS properly and this will not be hot fixed. This is coming later on. So moving on to number 2, aim settings. We hear your request for options to adjust aim acceleration and sensitivity settings. We are working on adding more detailed options for the analog stick, including acceleration, sensitivity, dead zone, and aim assist. Why is that not in a shooter as soon as you launch it? Whether it's free to play or not. Why are those options not there? Number 3, sliding. The issue that sliding stops when colliding with the side of an object will be fixed. Also, we will improve the experience of speed reduction while sliding. Number 4, the boogeyman imbalance. We will adjust so as not to be able to obtain additional points while being in the boogeyman state. The ability of HP auto recovery will be removed and the difficulty of becoming the boogeyman overall will be increased. So, not one nerf to balance it a little bit, but they're making it harder to obtain the boogeyman and then completely removing the auto recovery of your health. I think they should have just removed the auto regen of your health and kept the 2000 XP requirement as is. And again, the fact that there are only 3 things in this entire game you can use as an ability for spending some of your XP in the match, and one of them you cannot code properly. Number 5, more maps. Several maps will be added for both classic and modern modes. Why haven't you put them in at launch? You've had years to work on this game and you didn't even release it with more than 1 map for each of the modes. That is absolutely absurd. That is fucking ridiculous. That you have 2 modes. You have 3, one's coming soon. So you have 2 playable modes that are limited to 1 map each. And you've got the nerve to have microtransactions to make money? There should have been several more maps available at the launch of the game, because this is not an early access title. This is a full release. They have released this with these packages, with these microtransactions, with these premium currencies, with this black market, the season pass or battle pass. They've released all of the microtransaction stuff and none of the fucking gameplay stuff. 3 secondaries, because the 4th one you need to acquire it through the battle pass. There are like 24 PMCs, 2 are playable unless you're buying a package or you're going through the black market or using your points. You earn, like in the first match I played, I earned 24 GP, and a weapon, a sniper, is 2,500. I started off with 5k points, but if I had already spent that on different like weapon charms and shit like that for my gun, then I would have had to have played over 100 matches just to unlock this sniper, or dish out some money to give them money. But the bottom of this says, these updates will take some time, but we are dedicated to including all of them in our first game update, which is planned for early March 2022. Again, thank you for your valuable feedback, your love for CrossfireX, and your patience. Together, we'll continue to grow and refine the game as a community. We appreciate you, mercenaries. How many times do you want to call your players mercenaries? How many times do companies want to say, we're dedicated to doing this, we're dedicated to doing that, we have this planned and that planned. Don't plan anything, don't dedicate yourselves to anything, just get it fucking done. They're dedicated to including all of these fixes in the first update. So what if something goes wrong because you clearly don't know how to code stuff properly, you've done the bare minimum in the game and still managed to mess it up? So you're dedicated to including all that stuff in your first update. What if something goes wrong? That's going to have to wait, what, another month? And then you've planned it for early March. Plans always fall apart. Look at things like the Battlefield 2042 season. That got delayed by 6 months, and it's the first season for the game. What if things go wrong within the development? What if there are issues and the build that you're going to release is unstable? Then what, early March is still too early as well. So people have got to play this game for an entire month with their ADS on one of the 3 available weapons to start with completely broken. Then they have to play for an entire month with Boogeyman costing 2000 XP and being overpowered as shit. You have to play for an entire month with a minimum amount of aim settings. You have to play with an issue within sliding for a month. And you also have to play 1 mode, 1 map for an entire month minimum, because they've just got it planned for early March. I don't know how they've been able to release this. I don't know how it's been approved. This is fucking ridiculous. And at the least, the ADS should be fixed on that Car 4 within the next 2 days. That shouldn't be an issue that's got to stay in, and these updates will take some time. Fixing your ADS should be a priority. It's a bug in the game. That should be fixed within 2 to 3 days at the most. But this is the sort of shit gamers have to put up with. This is yet another reason why I said do not pre-order and pay for this. I pointed out a load of issues in my previous video, and now, but don't worry, they're working on it. But it's too fucking late. They've already got your money for the stuff you've purchased. You've bought one of the campaigns. You've bought a season pass. You've purchased currency for microtransactions for, I don't know, you paid 15 quid for a fucking health displaying watch. You've already given them your money, but they're just going to take it and, we're going to take our sweet ass time to actually release these bug fixes. And we don't have a clue how to actually balance anything, so the Boogeyman, we're just going to make it harder to get hold of, and then no health recovery at all. And so that when you do get the Boogeyman, you can't obtain additional points. So you might as well just never play Boogeyman again. You might as well just stick to your Spectre suit, or grab a heartbeat sensor, or whatever the fucking 3 abilities are. This is absolutely ridiculous, and they don't deserve to have this game released on the market. Players having to wait around a month for this stuff if it doesn't get delayed. And I think I've got my point across with this one. As you can tell, I'm fuming. I can't believe, like Xbox have approved this to go on Game Pass. One of the campaigns goes on Game Pass. How are you letting this stuff go through approval processes? They've done the betas and all that stuff, and they still haven't picked up on these issues and sorted them before launch. We saw this game announced in a trailer or with a trailer at E3 2019. The 9th of June 2019, we saw this game announced. And almost 3 years later, after betas, they released a game with one map for each of the 2 modes available in the modern component of the game for multiplayer. Yet they'll happily charge you £7.50 for the battle pass. They'll happily charge you GP for all these different weapon attachments and weapons. They'll happily charge you CFP for the black market after you've re-rolled using GP. They'll happily do all this stuff, but they won't fix their problems. The game's been out for almost 15 hours at the time of me recording this, and they still haven't released the free campaign to Game Pass players. They only posted about it saying they're aware of the issue 4 hours ago, but if it's going to take a month to fix ADS on a weapon, bearing in mind they don't have a lot to actually do, if it's going to take them a month to do that, how fucking long is it going to take for that campaign to become available to play? I'm really hoping by the time I've uploaded this video, that campaign is available. But we'll have to see. And on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.